Moving into business news, economic experts are of the view that the current decision of the government to increase value-added tax is of far superior rationale than increasing the cess tax or para-tariffs given the situation in order to increase government tax revenue. Following the increase, economists expect an increase of 7 to 8% increase in retail prices of consumer goods in the coming year, which will create a contraction in consumption. So if you have a diet planned starting 2024, chances are you'll probably have no choice. To further expand this thought, we have Murtaza Jafarji, chairman of the Advocata Institute, in our next segment, Understanding Taxes in Sri Lanka.
The VAT is the best form of indirect tax, unlike the social security levy, which is 2.5%, which is a cascading tax, and para-tariffs like cess and PAL, which are highly distortionary. The reason why VAT is a better form of taxation is any enterprise only pays for the value addition that it adds, and you have the benefit of input credit for taxes, somebody down the supply chain who have paid it before. Since the government was lagging in tax collection, they settled at increasing the VAT, which is much better than taking up the social security levy from 2.5% to 4%. The other major change is base widening. There are a large number of exemptions on VAT, and what they have done is, besides education and healthcare and a few food items, VAT will be applicable for most items. The Treasury Secretary has clarified that electricity, kerosene and naphtha, there will be no VAT. Final decision on petrol and diesel will be made closer to January, when most of the VAT is going to come into force. So just to give you an example, a supermarket CEO told me that at the moment 50% of his revenues have VAT. From 1st January it will become 75%. Now items on which there was no VAT don't necessarily have to increase by 18%, because there would have been VAT on inputs to many of the firms which they couldn't pass on. So realistically it will be more like 7 to 8% increase in retail prices. This is going to be an impact for many households. The items on which VAT is going to come in for 1st January are not necessarily discretionary, they're more staple items. But there are items like mobile phones and electronic items on which there was no VAT and it has been extended, which shouldn't be of concern to most people because it is the same all over the world, and businesses who have to pay this, they can anyway claim the input credit. So it is going to contract demand, that consumption due to affordability is going to come down, but at the same time large saving that was happening from the state, which brought about the instability, would reduce because this is an easier form of tax to collect. So again 2024 will be a year of stabilization and recovery, and hopefully thereafter that if the policies don't change, we will be able to post 3 to 4% growth, which will increase the incomes for most households.